Hello, divine beings. Welcome to Sunday, the new moon in Leo. Happy new moon to everybody. I'm wearing my leopard print. Yeah, I know it's not a lion, but it's a big cat, right? So yeah, I gotta, fit in with the theme here. So first off, I want to apologize that I was not able to do the new moon in Leo collective live and personal AstroTarot. I have been fighting some kind of icky bug. Maybe it was a cold, maybe it was a flu, but I am on the mend. But anyways, so hopefully on the full moon in Aquarius, I will be able to do that full moon in Aquarius collective live Astro Tarot and personal readings for the full moon in Aquarius. But for the new moon in Leo, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. It's not going to be able to fit into my schedule this time. But you guys know where to find me if you like to book a reading at sarahashleyAstrology.com, because we do have a lot of major transits coming up, and we're going to talk about some of those today. So let's talk about today's energy and how this is really going to help propel us forward. So the new moon in Leo, it's when a new moon is when the moon and the sun make an exact conjunction, and this time it's at 12 degrees. 12 degrees is a Piscean degree, and Leo energy is very much about the inner child. It's about expressing yourself without bound. It's about having fun and being joyful and doing things from the authentic heart, right? Doing things from that authentic heart chakra and the solar plexus from a lot of inspiration, okay? Without worrying about who is judging us and what they're thinking about. Now, Pisces, right, because this is Piscean degree, is our intuitive creativity and our dreams. So I really feel like this new moon in Leo is asking for us to propel our dreams forward with all that inspiration without worrying about who's watching and judging and perceiving things a certain type of way. Of course, we have to be cognizant always about other people's feelings and have empathy, right? But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about really just finally expressing our creativity, our talents, whatever those talents are, and being very loud and proud and confident about that. And I love that this new moon is making a beautiful sextile to Mars and Jupiter in Gemini. So Mars in Gemini is all about what it's about being verbally, right? Because it's Gemini, it's our throat chakra, being verbally passionate, right? And Jupiter and Gemini is about expanding our ideas, our education, our lessons. So I feel like if there's something that you would love to teach to the world, something that you would love to show the world and get other people excited about at this time, now is the time to move that forward, okay? And, of course, there's duality in everything, right? And I've been talking about this for quite a while, this duality. You're going to see some people who are, we're going to talk about the lower vibes because we've been talking about the higher vibes for a couple minutes. The lower vibes, they might get quite egotistical. They can get into that lower vibrational part of the Leo energy where they just want to be the loudest one in the voice, who gets very aggressive, Mars and Jupiter and Gemini, right? They want to get very aggressive to get their point across. Now, for people who are in their higher vibrations, which I hope it's most of us who are watching this, and yes, all of us still need to continue to do our shadow work if we find ourselves, veering towards that, I need to suck up all the air in the room kind of energy. But for those of us who are at our higher vibrations, we definitely need to make sure that we are being our authentic selves and showing people what we have. Show them what you got, right? Show them what you got, little lady. JC, I love that song. Anyways, so it's time to move forward with that passion, with that authority and what you know, okay? So don't back down. No matter what critics you have, just keep pulling forward and keep pushing forward. And don't worry about your critics. Think about the people who you're supporting and inspiring, all right? So very good energy. I feel like at the end of this, cycle that we just had, since the new moon in Cancer, a lot of us have been feeling down and that kind of thing. This is the time for us to push forward. Now, another astrological transit, two astrological transits that are happening right after this new moon happens earlier today. Later today, we have two big astrological events. The first one is Venus is going to switch signs. It's going to switch from 29 degrees Leo to 0 degrees Virgo. Venus in Virgo is in its fall position, okay? Venus does not like being in Virgo necessarily, because Virgo is very much about details and can be a little picky, right, about what it wants. But on the flip side of that, the higher octave of that, because Venus in Virgo has its list, it knows what it wants, it can be very discerning and very careful when it comes to love, okay? So for this cycle, for the next 3-4 weeks with Venus in Virgo, remember your discernment when it comes to love, okay? It also could be a very good healing time, especially for those who are going through like any kind of medical procedure or you know, trying to heal or purge from something. The second thing is that Mercury retrograde happens tonight in the sign of Virgo at 4 degrees, which is a Cancerian degree. So a lot of us are going to be thinking about the details, okay, of how we can go through our healing and be very methodical about that and really go back to nurturing ourselves, especially when it comes to family type of issues, all right? Now, the other side of that Mercury retrograde in Virgo is check to see what house it is in, and if you need help, please book a reading with me. And even though this is only going to last until August 28th, of course, we have the post-shadow period for 2 weeks after, but you know, things could get very glitchy, technology-wise and information-wise, because Virgo is in its exaltation, you know, when it's in Mercury, but the retrograde is saying there could be some glitches. We've already seen some of that with computer programs and other technology in general. So we'll talk more about what these two planets are going to do in aspect in the coming days on the daily AstroTarot. So the cards for today for this new moon, look what we got. We got the King of Wands, which is a Leo card here. So perfect energy. And then we got Hold Your Vision, fixed moon. And guess what? Leo energy is fixed fire. So what we have here is an exact alignment with my forecast. It is time to move forward with authority, confidence, and passion when it comes to your creative vision. Don't get back down and don't compromise that for people who want you to water things down. Go forward with confidence and confidence. Anyways, guys, I will be back on for Monday's forecast, and I hope everybody has a great new moon. Take care. Bye-bye.